TGIF, everybody. This is Brian McCarthy with Compass Residential in Hoboken, coming at you on Friday, April 8th, with this week's Market Monitor. And today, I promise, stats only, and I'm going to go through them as fast as I can. So this probably will be, if I can stick to it, the shortest Market Monitor that I have done to date. So without further ado, we have last month's market stats in. Now that everything's been tallied up across the board, I'm going to focus on Hoboken, downtown Jersey City, the Heights, and Greenville today, just to kind of give you a sample. Every month that I put these out, they are available to you in the link from my email, my newsletter or my Market Monitor email that I send out every week. So if you don't have that, let me know right away. I can send it to you. But all of these stats, all of these neighborhoods and cities, along with every city in New Jersey, we have monthly stats for. So always good to track this stuff. You have free access to it without even having to sign over your information or anything like that. All I need is your email, if I don't already have it, just so I can send it to you, the link or whatever. So anyway, here we go. Hoboken stats for March. We always do like kind of this month and then compared to year over year, last year. So we have some decreases here. Decrease in sales compared to last March. Decrease in average days on market, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you're a seller. Decrease in average sales price and median sales price. So overall, days on market is down 37%. That's for houses and condos. Percentage of asking price is up to 100% in Hoboken across houses and condos, even though it was very close in both categories before. And so average sale price overall was down 2.5%. And I don't really pay attention to the houses too much in Hoboken. I mean, as you can see, it's 2 sales compared to 5. So, those properties really skew the numbers. So average sales price there going to 2.6 million from 1.3, almost 100% increase, has purely to do with the house that was sold. The 2 that sold last month were probably in much better shape on bigger lots than last year. So I'm just going to focus on the condos. Days on market down to 34 from 49. That's a 31% decrease. Average sale price down from almost 850, so 848 to 827. So it looks like the housing stock in general and buyers' ability to negotiate on prices there was, I won't say that. It looks like because of the percentage of asking price received, 100%, these properties are just asking a little bit lower, less than they were a year ago in March. Number of sales down also 85 from 100. Number of new contracts down 13% to 118. And number of new listings exactly the same at 161. So I went back just for Hoboken and looked, and I just wanted to compare kind of for my own, but I want to share with you guys the number of new listings coming out. Obviously, we keep talking about, and this is nationwide, just a housing shortage. There's just not enough supply. And in our market, there probably never will be. But if you are a buyer looking seriously right now and you just keep getting beat, or you just haven't seen the right thing come out, there is hope on the horizon, because we still do have a majority of the spring market and the summer market still on the horizon here. And even though the number of contracts and number of sales are down, we are trending up in the number of listings that are coming to market. So if we just look back here at February, we're at 161 for March. That's up from 113 in the month before. And in January, we didn't have a number of new listings, but it was at 140 a year ago. But number of sales and number of new contracts from January, increased number of contracts is the important thing, because the sales were something that went into contract a few months before. So number of contracts, 69 in February, then up to 87. And then in March, we're at 118. So the trend is increasing here, which is always good to see. Let's shift over to downtown Jersey City. A little bit of a different story here. 22% decrease in sales, decrease in average days on market, but an increase in average and median sales price. So overall, days on market down, percentage of asking price up a little bit from 98 to 99. Average sale price here up above 800,000 to 853,000 from 785. So the prices are shooting up there in downtown Jersey City. Lots of new construction and development down there, as well as the Heights in Greenville, which I'll show I'll show next. Houses, again, very short supply here. 6 sales compared to 3 sales last year. So I'm going to kind of gloss over that, even though it does look like your average sales price is about the same in downtown Jersey City. Average days on market for condos and co-ops. I don't think there are any co-ops in downtown Jersey City, but anyway, down to 43 days from 51. Percentage of asking price to 99, a slight increase there. Sold sale price up as well from 773,000 to 823,000. Number of sales on a decline in March. That's stuff that probably went into contract in January. So last year outpacing this year. Number of new contracts, though, up 86 from 85, holding pretty steady there. And number of new listings slightly up in downtown Jersey City as well. Shifting over to the Heights, increases here across the board, except for days on market. That has been a burgeoning market in our area for quite some time. So percentage asking price for houses is down. This is a stat that I see is surprising, actually, down from over 100% to just under. But that sales price is going up for sure. A lot more condos than houses still selling. I mean, a lot of these, when you think about it, the developers are taking these old single family or 2-family houses, knocking them down and creating apartment buildings or, at least 2-family houses, quite oftentimes more as well. So these, a 1-family house is getting turned into a 2, or a 2 is getting turned into 3 or 4. So just more coming to market here in the condo area side of the market. Number of sales up slightly. Number of new contracts also up slightly, and number of new listings up quite a bit since March last year. Always a good stat to see. So in Greenville, which has a longer way to go in terms of appreciation, people have been investing in Greenville now for quite some time. So it is definitely an upcoming market. And if you're looking for kind of a long-term good investment place to buy and hold, Greenville is that next frontier right now. So all these stats are really good. We want to see an increase in number of sales, increase in average and median sales price, and a decrease in days on market. So that means things are just, selling for more in faster period of time. Not a lot of house sales, under 10 last month compared to just over 10 a year ago. And condo sales, not huge there either. So there's not a lot of sales going on, but we are seeing I will say prices going up, days on market going down. Not a lot of new stuff coming to market, though. 11 houses that came to market in March compared to 8 last year, but only 6 new condos compared to 23. That is going to change, though. If you've driven around Greenville lately, I was just there this morning. There are a lot of new buildings going up, and some of them are very big. And when those condos hit the market, these numbers are going to shoot up for sure, as well as I'm sure these average and median sales prices, because it's new inventory, right? One more thing I want to show you guys. Just looking at Hoboken here, I always like comparing price per square foot. I find that kind of it's not the end all be all when you're pricing out your home, but it is kind of cool to see what the trends are just in general. So these are condos strictly in Hoboken that sold in, let's start with January, shall we? I'm sorry, February. I did 3 months, looking 3 months back. So in February, of all the things that closed, We are at $742 per square foot for condos in Hoboken. In March, that shot up to $795 per square foot for the condos that sold in Hoboken. And now, so far in April, that's where we are, right? Yeah, April a week into this month, we're back down to what February was at. So about 740 price range, dollars per square foot, in that range right there. I think that blip right there last month had a lot to do with buyers kind of scrambling with mortgage rates going up. I mean, they still are kind of ticking up. But I think that initial rush, I don't want to call it a panic, but that initial reaction of like, oh man, they're like going up, and they're going up pretty quickly, and they probably will continue to go up. A lot of buyers are out there trying to lock in, the rate by selecting a home and closing on it before rates get much higher. Now things are holding a little bit more steady. Granted, we are only a week into this month, or 8 days into this month, but so far the trend is more on track with what February was in terms of price per square foot. Again, it's not everything, but I find that is interesting. So I think this has been pretty quick. I hope you guys got to tune in and enjoy that. One more time, if you want all these stats, or you want these stats on the neighborhood you live in or looking in, and it's not Hoboken or Jersey City, all you got to do is ask for them. They are free to you, and they come out monthly. So just shoot me an email at brian.mccarthy@compass.com, or you can reach me on my cell phone at 617-851-9141. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. TGIF one more time. And as always, looking forward to connecting with you guys when and where you're available. And if not, in the meantime, I will see you next week on April 15th for next week's weekly market monitor. All right, everybody, take care.